Hello friends, Dr. Nels here coming to you this week with information on snakes. Hello friends, Dr. Nels here coming to you this week with more information on life, leadership, business, and family, helping build your values and principles so that you can be the best version of you. And this week we want to come to you with information on snakes. And when I say snakes as a veterinarian, some would be thinking I'm talking about the tangible snake, of which we do have some that show up in these doors sometimes. But I am not talking about tangible animal snakes. I am talking about human snakes. And so when I say that, I don't know if we're all on the same page of what that means, but a snake in an organization, in a business, in a team, in a family, a snake is one running around in the backside causing problems. A snake is running around the backside promoting maybe their own agenda, promoting how they want things to go, or promoting lies, or promoting gossip, chattering, etc., creating politics, creating drama, creating issues. And so right here in this building, everyone knows this. Of course, our hiring process is, it's pretty good. We always have work to do, so we try not to hire the snakes. But if there are snakes, we hunt for them. We hunt for them every day. And when we find them, we chop their head off. Maybe not literally. We have conversations, but many of you know the definition of the folks I'm talking about. Many of you have experience with those, and I can't stress enough how A, we need to work on that in the hiring process. B, if they get into your organization, your team, you need to find them as quickly as possible and chop their head off. And when I say chop their head off, not literally, but you need to start having some very hard conversations with them about your expectations and their behavior going forward, and that we will not tolerate that behavior. We will not tolerate gossip. We will not tolerate backside chattering. If you do disagree with what we're trying to accomplish here, we need to have a conversation about it. If you disagree with the mission, if you disagree with any values, if you disagree with the daily huddle, the daily meeting plan of action of what we're doing today, you need to have conversations with us, with leadership, with your leaders. You need to have them have conversations with the decision makers, with the people that lead, with the people that solve the problems, with the people that give the answers. Those people need to be directed to meet directly with them and to not say one word with any gossip, with any chatter, with any disagreements to anyone else except for someone that can solve the problem or have a discussion with them on the disagreement. Because snakes are extremely disruptive to a business, to a team of any sort, to families, etc., and we have to root them out. If your vision is to be a wildly successful business with a wildly noble mission, with many big, hairy, audacious goals, you or we will not hit those standards with snakes running around out there creating problems. You know that. I know that. The problem gets to be is how we deal with them. And I gave that explanation prior, and it's simply chopping their head off, meeting with them, creating extreme clarity, because it is unkind to be unclear. What are our goals? What's our vision? What's our mission? What are our values? What are the daily actions needed, for example, in this facility to change lives through veterinary medicine? And we can't change lives through veterinary medicine with snakes running around. And Kale has a question.
So have you found that snakes in a business are more as a result of a bad hire, or are they developed over time, or both?
They can be either way. I don't know as if they'd be a combination of both, but they could be a combination of both. Yeah, we could have hired a person whose moral compass doesn't align with the leadership team, or we could hire a person that doesn't know how to behave appropriately when they disagree, or they have an issue, or they have a problem. We've got to make sure they know that they need to go to leadership with any problems, with any questions, with any disagreements. They don't need to go to their cohorts that can't solve their problems or fix any disagreements. And some people are inherently distrusting, yes. And we need to do our absolute best to hire someone that is not trustworthy. And then the second part of that is, can they develop over time? A trusting person, if convicted deep down enough, right is right, wrong is wrong, truth is truth, and false is false, they should remain convicted enough to know that if the organization and leadership is doing some distrusting things, they probably won't want to be a part of that. Now, if they're not convicted enough, and it's a snaky political environment, yes, they could join that. And if you have a snaky political environment, you have a problem that needs fixed at the top and with the leadership team, and that we're not going to have politics, we're not going to have gossip, we're going to root out all the snakes, we're going to get out snakes every day, and that starts at the top. And we provide solutions, we provide answers, we fix problems, we ask for input on those scenarios, and we create truths. And right is right, wrong is wrong, truth is truth, and false is false. And if an organization is a little snaky, is a little political, a little gossipy, the leadership needs to get really clear, really quick, and a lot of communication, a lot of transparency on probably a lot of things. And we have to root out gossip, and leaders can't gossip. Leaders can't talk about other team members around other team members. Leadership has to always be truthful and honest, and leadership also has to be able to own their mistakes, their issues, what they've caused, all of those scenarios. And so, yeah, it could be a combination of both. It could be one or the other, but we need to search for snakes and cut their heads off. Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what we do here. You can do the same if you want to get after it and do wild, crazy things that your people deserve to have happen to, because they don't deserve the snakes either. So we're glad you're here. Thanks for joining us today. If you like this content, click subscribe here. We'll see you next week. Thanks, friends.